Table is starting. Thank you. Oh, so we do have Bailey versus Soule. I said that I was going to stick with this Ashe versus Zagorin match. Screw it. Ashe versus Zagorin, let's go. So, what have we got here? 15 boards, 10 imps is the margin. West has a pretty big distributional hand. Why does this hand feel familiar to me? No, I think there was a hand with like 6-5 and diamonds and hearts from earlier in the day. I do not recognize any of the other players' hands, but oh my god, look at... Yeah, some of the cards look familiar. I have seen this 8 of diamonds card before. I think it was played with in the previous deal. So we're lucky to see that that we have it again on this one. Well, West opens in first seat, and I don't think they expect to get blown out of the auction, but North, what is North going to do? They play 2/1. Yeah, West like a coward does not open in first seed. So 2 clubs, 2 diamonds. Now is West going to come in? And if so, with what? Okay, West just never bids. Fair enough. Kind of reasonable at these colors when the opponents like announce the game force. Do you bid a 5-card spade suit at the 2 level? Red against white, kind of expecting that they might just double you and collect 500 or 800? Do you bid 3 diamonds at the 3 level? It might have kept the opponents out of their making slam. Yeah, 6 clubs is a great spot. So what does South do over 2-0? A lot of players will have some sort of like 3-spade nonsense that they can play. And South might be able to show a single suited hand with clubs. But one of the things that he's going to have to ask is, well, to start with, why his partner rebid 2-0 trump with 25 highs. That might be the first question for South. Because isn't this normally like 22 to 23 or maybe 22 to 24 on a good day? I have the feeling most players would go through some sort of cokish relay with the North cards to show the extra values. But let's take it at face value that North has actually showed their true range somehow with this 2-0 call. South first needs to decide if their hand is good enough to look for slam, and they say yes. So 3 spades. Double by West, lead directing, seems sensible. I mean, you may as well try and get one of your suits for a lead if you can manage it. I wonder what North's going to do over this 3-spade bid. I mean, if South has a long minor, North's hand is great. If South has both minors, North's hand is great. Pass? Pass, definitely an option. That would get a bit more information. But I wonder if North might just bid something like 5-no, pick a slam. It would be a little bit unusual if South could have hands that are like 2-2, 5-4 in shape. or even 3-2, 4-4. I don't think those are really in South's range. But okay, so he starts with pass. He wants to find out more information. Nothing really wrong with that. South balances with 4 clubs. Did I get the new haircut specifically for the BBO live stream? Yes. Yeah. Okay, no, I really didn't. I got it because my hair looked like a mess and it just needed to happen. Four diamonds, kickback, 4 hearts, showing a key card. Right? Or is this not what's going on anymore? I know Zagorin's like a little bit behind on the times conventionally. He just likes to play a simple system. Maybe this is just like a cubid, cubid, cubid. I'm pretty sure his north I would bid key card though. Other table has already reached 6 clubs and made it. The same type of auction, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, 4 hearts by South. Supposedly showing clubs. I wonder what strength this 4 heart bid was. But then North bidding key card, South showing 1, and North putting it in 6 clubs. Interesting that both Norths chose this 2-no rebid. Have I miscounted North's hand? That could be an explanation for it. No, we do have 25. Like, what is this crap? 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no with 25. And it's not even like it's a bad 25. All of your honors are working. Other than maybe king, queen, double, 10 of spades. Yeah, something feels off about this. I'm legitimately just so confused about what's going on though. If 4 diamonds was key card, then 4 spades is asking for the queen. Doesn't 25 points mean you bid 2 clubs? And I'm not sure I understand the question. Like, I'm just saying that for most players, this 2-no range would be like capped at 23 or maybe even 24 highs. Doing it with 25 and like all of these aces and kings where it feels like this is even a little bit better than a 25 count generally. If you open a strong 2-no as 20 to 22 balanced, then this would show 25 plus. So is 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 now? The 23 or 24? I mean, maybe that's what's going on. Well, South worked it out. Gotta imagine North is done at this point. Although maybe he's thinking about converting 6 clubs to 6 no. Okay, he does correctly pass it out. Or maybe not correctly, but he does pass it out. I bet East leads a diamond, although it's hard to say if there's any realistic chance of beating this. Maybe your hope is that partner had doubled with the spade king and the diamond ace, and you can get a diamond ruff. but I would not be too hopeful as East. Could even see a trump lead. I think that has some merit. All right, East is elected to listen. This is, okay, hold on. This is interesting to me because East was playing with a different partner in the previous segment. They were playing with someone named Ashe. And if I'm being brutally honest, assuming Ashe is the captain and therefore the sponsor of the East-West pair, Ashe played much better than this East player in the last segment of play. I think making a ton fewer mistakes, albeit some costly ones, but regardless, East made a couple of blunders as well. That would be very disappointing to me if I was the sponsor of a team and I was playing better than my partner. Can happen, it's not unheard of. Tricks taken, push board, and we got 14 to go. 10 imps is still the margin. Yeah, 6-0 would be kind of the preferable spot if you could see all of the hands, but North might be a little concerned. I mean, I suspect as North you should know that partner's winner is the club ace. That doesn't necessarily mean that no trump would be preferable. It's possible we need to ruff a spade in the North hand to come to 12 tricks. Like imagine South's hand had an extra diamond in it. Then 6 clubs would be the only making spot and 6 no trump would be down. Difficult to reach 6-0, I think. Although it's definitely more difficult if North has undershared their values. Yeah, no, of course. Just worth pointing out that not always the case that North-South can see each other's hands. This is the time where you know if they do get to 6-no trump, you can start thinking about accusing them of some shady business. Especially if 6 clubs was going down. Then you might think they heard someone on their bathroom break discussing the hand from one of the other matches. Ooh, 2 passes and South opens a diamond with the 10 count in 3rd seat. North bids a heart. And this could easily end the auction, although we might see West come in with a balance. For example, 1 spade might be the choice if we did elect to balance. I could also see West balance with a no trump. Not that crazy. But the important point here is if West does bid 1 spade, it has to be a 4-card suit. West would 100% have overcalled a 5-card spade suit over a diamond. And there it is. There's the spade balance. Weird hand that you can make 3 now with 21 highs and 4 triple 3. Wait, what? Hold on. We can make 3 now. Which direction are we talking about? That's question 1. So I assume north-south. You have 3 clubs, 4 diamonds, and 2 spades. Yeah. Yeah, with the hearts splitting and that queen jack of clubs coming down doubleton. I suppose in some sense you can make it even if the clubs don't come home, as long as you can collect a heart trick in time with the heart suit splitting, but that seems unlikely. Oh god. East-West have ended up in a no trump. And that cannot be good news for them. Kind of worth mentioning that North on this hand elected to pass in first seat with the 11 count, South bidding with the 10 count in third. Minus 500 is better than 3-0. Defense can be difficult. I don't think that's going to be the case on this hand, but it's possible. I suspect South is going to know what's going on in clubs when Declarer doesn't play a club at trick 2. I have no idea what East is supposed to do. Maybe we run the 9 of spades immediately. That would probably be my plan. Hope to collect 2 spades and 3 hearts and get out for 300. Like, going after clubs just can't... I guess going after clubs can work if one of the opponents has 10-8 doubleton. We can knock out 2 club tricks and eventually score a bunch of them, but no, Declarer is taking what I think is maybe a more sensible approach, going after the spade suit. And with North winning this, I think we just return a heart, and that's... It's not as if Declarer has necessarily made 5 tricks yet, but I think for most practical analyses, Declarer will eventually come to 5 there for minus 300. Still going to be 4 imps against the 150 in the other room for 1-no making 3. But yeah, definitely a big swing. I mean, a huge swing for North-South here, given then the other room, North opened a no trump on their hand, and that meant the opponents were never ever coming into the auction. So kind of by a similar metric, if North had opened their hand here, the opponents would never have come into the auction. But the pass worked out great when their partner got to open in third seat, and then West elected to balance. And I think Zagorin playing this kind of heavy opening bid style is fairly familiar with these auctions, so he was ready to pounce with the double of 1 spade immediately. North considering ducking the spade. That would be a fast route to 5 tricks for East-West. One thing I learned is that if you don't know what's going on in a no-trump, don't duck tricks. Just take your tricks and hope that Declarer will do themselves in on their own. So heart comes back to East King. You know, maybe the defense... Okay, well, this can't be the right plan, right? Now we can't access that 10 of spades. This feels like it might have been a major miss, because now Declarer is going to be forced to lead out of their hand. I mean, I would definitely try a club. Hope that the 10 of clubs falls doubleton. And so the opponents might be forced into giving us either a club or diamond at some point. But this will now be 500. Big swing going the way of Zagorin, and they're right back in the match. What is 350? Is that 8? Feels like 9, maybe? It feels like it might be 9. Nope, I was right the first time. 8. I'm pretty sure South is going to be pretty confident about the layout of the remaining cards. So it would not surprise me if they, okay, do play a club to the queen and partner's king. Now Zagorin does get to cash a heart and return a club. It's maybe a little strange if North's minor suit distribution was a little different, like if North had ace jack, double ton of diamonds, and 2 more small clubs in hand. The way this defense has gone, South has blown a trick, would have needed to unblock the diamond suit earlier. But with North's actual shape, it's not going to matter. I suspect North is going to switch to the 9 of diamonds at this point, and that'll allow South to win the king, cash the club 10, and then put a diamond through. So the match will be close. Other table is zooming off. Oh, I still have the results over there. Oh my god, board 18. Okay, no more spoilers. We'll get to it in a minute, but I just saw a lot of distribution flying around the table. I wonder what the holdup is. Wait, I just noticed. I don't know how long this comment has been sitting here. The play will take less time than the auction. I feel like I've been aging as we've watched this one-note contract play. I know the auction was a little bit slow on this one as well, but this isn't one of those like 20-bid auctions where they get to 6 of a minor. You think that comment was for the previous hand? Ah, okay. Good call. That might make more sense. You were defending a no trump last weekend, ducked when you didn't know what was going on, and down 1 became +1. Yeah, I have to say, this was one piece of advice that has really stuck with me and really has shown through on a handful of deals. So, what's going on this one? East is the dealer. East is going to open. 2290. Beer card potential detected. Well, too bad you didn't hear that advice before, but now you have, and you'll remember for next time. That's the great thing about bridge. You can learn something and then immediately apply it the next time you play. And unless we're talking like, you know, backwash squeezes or smother plays or stuff of that nature, then you probably will never be able to apply it. but for some of the simpler ones that come up all the time, you can make use of these things. So East opens a club. South makes a takeout double. West probably, you know, doesn't think that anything weird is going on. Intra finesses. Yeah, those never come up. Winkles. You know, when Tim and I were playing in the platinum pairs, Tim pulled off a winkle. And the best part about the whole thing is across the entire field was in 6-0 off a cashing ace-king, not in the same hand. The entire field did not lead the suit with the ace-king, and the entire field pulled off the winkle to score 12 tricks in 6-0 trump. So Tim got a flat board for like one of the most incredible bridge plays ever. I reported it to the bulletin, and they're like, we're sorry, we can't write this up because everyone else has already reported the same hand. So they put like a little footnote in the bulletin, daily bulletin, being like, everyone in the platinum pairs found the same line of play in this contract. So club, double, a heart. North, not bidding. East bids 2 hearts. what are we supposed to do as South? We have 10 tricks in our own hand. Okay, doubles. 2290, rebid 6 diamonds. You've mastered the Miami end play. What is the Miami end play? Describe it to me in pictures, if you can. That's when you throw the opponents in and they take the rest. That's... So, have you mastered it in the sense that you know when you're supposed to be executing it as well? Like, on which hands it's specifically good and specifically bad? Because that could be a useful skill to know. Yeah, how many diamonds will South bid eventually? I mean, I'm partial to what South has done, just bid to the 5 diamond level. Red against white. His partners showed nothing. I think there's legitimate merit to to maybe going a little bit low. The good old I thought the strip squeeze was working because my left-hand opponent dumped the king, and in reality it was just a singleton king that you had rabbied. Yeah, those things happen. Okay, big swing. Once again going the way of Zagorin, and this means they're going to take a lead in the match for the first time in a long time. Double game swing has been called, is it though? This is going down, right? I'm not insane. Am I insane? Maybe I'm insane. No, just kidding. Okay. It's been a long day, and I would not be surprised. Versace would make it. He might. He's pretty good at this game. I mean, I think there's legitimate chances to make this. I do believe Declare might take a line of play of, like, ruff this club, diamond to the jack, run the queen of spades. Because if East has the king of spades without the jack, we can prevent East ever getting on lead to put a heart throw. Set up a spade discard for one of our heart losers. So that seems like the plan I would adopt. Feels pretty normal to me. It's cold on that line. Well, yeah. I mean, as long as West has the spade jack, will not work out when East has the jack of spades. But we will see Declare spend some time. I mean, there's other reasonable alternatives as well. He could, of course, just lead spades up towards the queen 10, hoping that West has the spade king. Not that unreasonable. And everything's going to fall back on, if nothing works, then the heart finesse could still be working out. Declare trying to figure out how to pull trumps. It's tough. It's tough. You might want to preserve the beer if you're playing variants of beer card where playing in a trump contract undoubled allows you to score beers. How to pull trump with a solid 12 card fit and entries to both hands. I can make a video about that. You know, maybe I could link it to Peter at some point, just referencing this hand. Well, I have to imagine that Zagorin's going to feel pretty happy after the first few boards of the set. They come in down 10. They might even think 6 clubs on the first board could be a small win, or could be a win in some circumstances. 1 node doubled feels great, thinking that they're never going to get to 3 node their way, and even if so, it might not make. And then, here, finding a nice save when the opponents do have a game their direction. I'm not convinced that 5 hearts was making, but it did make it the other table. You remember declaring 5 clubs with Parish and a 1-0 fid and the trump split 8-4, but 9-3 would take the cake, a new Guinness World Record. Did you execute the Miami end play on that hand? Or was this not one of the times when it was appropriate? You once got 10 spades, ace, king, queen, and played 4 spades double. Did you make it? That's the important question, because you're always risking a trump promotion. Yeah, PJF and I are on the same wavelength here. You forgot to redouble. You forgot, or you were probably worried that they might run. Oh, sick. You picked up 2 tricks in the opponent's suit, queen jack third, upset singleton ace. So making sure to lose only 19 rather than 20 on the hand, very important. All right, South has finally settled on the plan of diamond to the jack. We'll see if the queen of spades is the next card called off dummy. Hard to imagine anything else. I mean, I suppose we could kind of do the same thing by leading the 10 of spades off dummy. It's a real shame, actually, that Declare doesn't have the spade 8. You know what would be clever? Is if Declare had the 8 of spades, we could play the 7, intending on putting in the 8 in hand, and even if it loses, we still have 2 dummy entries and diamonds to unblock the spade, cross over, take a roughing finesse, cross back, and cash our spade winner. Sadly, in this case, East is going to be able to stick in the 8 when the 7 is played off the dummy. And of course, East could deny us the satisfaction in that scenario, just sticking in the jack on the first round. But some players kind of lazily just like play low if an honor is not led. Okay, this is torturously slow. Yeah, he can think about roughing a club first, but there are a couple of reasons why I really don't like that plan. One, when he crosses back in diamonds, it exposes the 9-3 fit, so the opponents know exactly what's going on then in the diamond suit. And 2, I don't really understand what roughing a club accomplishes, because it's not like we have a real opportunity to strip and end play someone. Like, it's kind of different, right? If North had only 1 club remaining and South had an 8-card diamond suit instead of a 9-card suit, then we can maybe rough out the clubs, cross and dummy, run the queen of spades, and throw West in for some sort of end play. You think East knows what's going on in the diamond suit? Yes, although, you know, we're kind of under the impression that if Declare runs the queen of spades into West's king, West doesn't know what's going on in the diamond suit. So maybe in some world, West gets scared with, say, king, jack, third of spades, and elects to go ace of hearts, heart, hoping that they can take a couple of heart tricks before that jack of spades gets roughed out. This really is Okay, there's the queen of spades. I feel like this could have happened about 15 minutes ago, and we would have been done with this hand and on to the next. Alright, Declare are going to be pretty disappointed that didn't work out. Going to be pretty disappointed when the ace of hearts is offside, and this will be down 1. Not yet. Okay, hold on. Not yet. We are still in the game state where West doesn't know what's going on in diamonds, but okay. West does cash the heart queen. Good. So there we go. New leader, Zagorin up by 6. How is the other table doing? They have a few more boards in. Looks like North-South are getting to have some fun this set. Hopefully we'll get the next board up on the screen in just a minute. How did they get to 5 hearts in the other room? I'm kind of curious now. Okay, East opened a club, showing 2 or more clubs. Double by South, 1 heart by West, 3 hearts by East. Reasonable with the distribution and singleton. 5 diamonds by South. West, having none of it, elects to bid 5 hearts with a diamond void. So is this cold? I'm having a hard time believing that this is just completely cold, but maybe it is. I put this on trick mode for when I was doing VuGraph, because I found that a lot easier than clicking through the entire hand. We get a diamond lead. Declare plays a spade to the jack, a spade return, and then heart hook, ace of hearts, pulls the last trump, runs the club suit, just 1 spade loser. Wow. Okay, next board is up. Pass, pass, 1 no trump by North. This looks like exactly what happened in the other room. On this one, 1 no in the North, they made 3. Which I guess is the right number. No, how could 3 be the right number? Doesn't East always get 2 spades and 3 hearts? Like, the defense is just heart to the ace, heart. Would a club lead have beaten 5 hearts on 18? I think yes, but I think it's effectively impossible to find a club lead. Whoops, other table. It's pretty difficult to find the club lead giving your partner a ruff. And I'm not sure double by South would have helped. It's not exactly a Leitner double. It's just kind of like I was bidding 5 diamonds to make double. Maybe that would get him off to a club lead. Still, hard to figure that out. So heart to the ace, heart return. East is going to be pretty confident that they should just continue playing hearts when they get in with the spades. I mean, this contract isn't any danger, right? But it does feel like Like 150 is a lot of tricks to be taking north-south. At least with the Queen of Spades off. I think it's very reasonable for declarer to try, this kind of line of play. Ace of clubs, club to the king. I think I would have just led the first round of clubs low to the king. I don't like, I don't like telling the opponents about all of the club honors, but just a small technicality. If the spade queen was on, we wouldn't have any issues. East gets end played to give up the ninth. I mean, okay. I don't think that's true for one, because to run the club suit, we would have to end in dummy. And East could kind of just like throw a bunch of hearts. Maybe you're right. Probably not worth looking into, because the spade hook seems pretty straightforward. But yeah, I mean, just like we take the spade, but what happened in the other room? How did they make 150? We got a heart lead, heart return, ace of clubs, awful play, queen of clubs, even worse, club, now we just told the opponents about every card in our hand, spade hook, heart, aha! East did get strip squeezed in on this layout. Interesting. So 150 probably was the right number of tricks to take. Wait, so why did declare not take 9 tricks in this room? Hold on. Now I'm concerned. So we did play a spade to the 10. Another heart comes back. And now we just cash out the clubs. Oh, we don't cash out the clubs. Oh. Major blunder by Zagorin, giving back 1 imp. Well, we're on to board 20. Oh god, South keeps picking up these long diamond suits. Club by West, a spade by North, negative double by East. South bids 2 clubs, transfer to diamonds. Double by West, probably support, although it hasn't been alerted yet. North jumps to 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds honestly does not feel like enough on the North cards after a transfer to diamonds bid. I think this would tend to show a 6-card suit, or maybe 5 diamonds with spade support. Either way, singleton club, a bunch of controls, 4-card diamonds. I don't really understand bidding only 3. Wow. Well, South also didn't understand partner's decision to bid only 3. Because he passed. West reopened with double. Kind of understandable from West's perspective. The short diamonds probably expects that there's some chance his partner actually just has diamond values, and maybe 3 diamonds doubled as the final spot. I mean, he showed his entire hand, 3-card heart support, club opening bid, short diamonds now. Ooh. I don't believe 3 hearts is going down 6, which means this will be a switch back in the direction of Ashe, And I assume we're gonna have a new leader, but let's see how confident I am in that assessment. Because North-South can collect 3 spades, a diamond, a club ruff, and a heart. That would be 200. But it does look as if normal defense is going to beat this at least 1. Even if North just takes 3 spades and the diamond ace and then gives up from there. Hoping to come to a hurt trick, he will. Oh, I made it so you can't spam that command. I apologize. I really should reduce the timer on it. Spamming that command does seem valuable, as you have pointed out. Okay, let's see if I can do this on the fly. Where is this? Imp. Edit. Cooldown. Oh, I can't. I physically cannot make the cooldown shorter than 5 seconds. You're just gonna have to wait. You'll just average them next time to see. Maybe that will be effective. All right. North takes the simple route. It would have been a little scary to underlead the ace of diamonds later in the play regardless. So this will result in the contract going down. Ooh, at least 1, but now that I'm thinking about it, wow, also why did South pitch a diamond on this trick as opposed to a club? Like, I think good defense by North here would be to play another spade. South potentially could have avoided himself in clubs. Okay, there is the 4th round of spades. So East discards. It's definitely true that if South roughs with the 9 of hearts, I think they're going to get rewarded with Declara having a little bit of difficulty managing the position. Maybe that's not true. Maybe just overruff with the queen, heart to the ace, club to the ace, heart is a simple method to get out for down 1. I am mortified that the play has gone so slowly in this room. How are they doing in the other room? Should we switch to the other room and then come back to this room after the other room is finished? So in about 30 minutes we'll be back here and then waiting for things to wrap up. I feel invested in this table. We've been here for so long. The first person who either says stay or go, I'm going to do what they say. So you have the power chat. Yes is really not helpful. Was yes in response to my question, which had a, okay, go to the other room, let them finish, and come back for 21. Done. That is this match. All right, we are jumping ahead. It is board 23. You're heading out, ATN. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. So we've moved in. Wow, there's none of the this video nonsense going on in these matches. Maybe people expected me to continue doing it, and I just said, fuck it. I'm done for the day. So how are the remainder of the results? We do expect to see, what is it? 10 imps for 500? 11 imps? Is it 11 for 500? It might be 11? God, it's whatever it is. Okay, 11 imps, perfect. On board 20, which is going to put Ashe up by a little bit. 21, 2 hearts in the north went down 1. Quick look at some of these results from this table. Looks like down 1 to me. I suspect West will get in with the spade ace at some point and put diamonds through. 22, 11 imps does come through. 3 diamonds east, down 1. Well, north-south can't make anything. So 3 diamonds east-west on their own power. Is that true? Did I just completely blow a bunch of hot air? No. They can't actually make 3 clubs. They have to lose a diamond, 2 hearts, and 2 spades, I think. 2 clubs makes. Yeah, for sure. And then board 23, 4 spades been made with... That's some potential for a swing. So could be another good result to Ashe. Could be a couple of good results to Ashe on the last few boards. Here we are in 3 hearts. I did see a major suited opening 2 diamonds. Kind of exciting. We've seen a couple of these. We are in 3 hearts in the west. Ace of spades still to come on defense means that this is going to be down 1. Probably not a terrible result, east-west. They have 9 hearts between them, and I mean, it's not as if they preempted the opponents out of anything that makes, as far as I can tell. But maybe that's not true. Maybe 5 of a minor was a good contract. Losing just a heart and a spade. I didn't exactly see the layout on the minor suits, but it looks like north-south must have had most, or if not all, of the missing honors. I mean, I guess 5 diamonds has some play, but it's probably going to go down with the diamonds being 3-1. So it could be a little bit of a part score battle. But we have 6 boards to play. Ashe has a little bit of a lead, but I kind of expect that lead to grow by a handful of imps over the next few boards. It's okay, we'll be able to get back to the other room before any of the swings occur, I'm sure. Pass by north. East has a very, very clear opening bid, and we're just going to have to like shut down the stream if East doesn't open on this hand. I wonder what South does. Oh, God. Okay, I didn't mean it. It was a metaphor. Shutting down the stream is all about like Thanks for streaming. Good night. No. It was like it's a yoga thing, shutting down the stream. You know, talking about like the mental flow. So I'm now ready to give some more commentary. That's what I meant when I said that. So 1 no by south, 2 spades. Pretty common that 2 spades is like a range ask. Or it could be some hand with clubs. 2 no trump shows minimum. North, not that excited with a 9 count, but 4 triple 3. I mean, certainly an interesting hand. The opponents can defeat any game that is bid north-south. Even if Declare were to pick off the Queen Doubleton of Spades, East-West, of course, have 3 diamonds and the Ace of Hearts off the top in Spades, or in no trump they can take 4 diamonds as well as the Ace of Hearts. But 2 no in the south on this defense will give Declare a chance. I don't expect them to make the contract, but they could go, I guess, heart to the queen, run the jack of spades. No, there's no hope, right? We're always going to take a spade finesse. And even if that loses and the opponents don't work out what to do in the diamond suit, we're then going to take a club finesse and end up down 2. Wow, it's like still light outside. What time is it? It's 8:16 p.m. And it's still light outside. This is great. Okay, this was unexpected to me. We have to check out the play in 21, right? I said 2 hearts down 1 looked pretty normal, and yet, here we are. We get a club opening lead. To the king and ace, I think very important to note that you really should spend some time thinking about putting the jack of clubs in on these tricks. It clarifies a lot as West, especially when you expect to be the one that gets in next with this ace of spades. You really want to know if your partner has the club queen or not. So king of spades was led, West ducks, 10 of spades, West wins. And now the jack of clubs comes back, and this just kind of became an all-around disaster because not only did West not cash the diamond tricks, so the queen of spades is set up with the ace of hearts as an entry, but now the jack of clubs has set up the 10 in dummy. So, okay. Those are going to be some much-needed imps to Zagorin, who I think has their work cut out for them on boards 22 and 23, as well as maybe even 24, to push those results from this table. Interesting. Okay, so Declare has... Wait, what? I'm a little confused as to what the plan was for this line of play. Who is this guy? I mean, that's a nice suit that he's got on. Maybe a little big for him. You can see that it's kind of crumpling around the shoulders and the back. Yeah, I think he could probably downsize a little bit. Important not to wear clothes that are like too loose. Oh, somehow East-West only have 4 tricks in after this caches. Wait, no, this of course makes sense. They only ever had available to them 4 diamonds in the heart ace. Okay, so Declare is like trying to be clever about this, get a little bit more information about the hand before making a decision in the spade suit. And part of the thought process might be, honestly, that East had pitched a spade very early in the play. I, as East, would have felt somewhat compelled to pitch a club from the queen fourth. Just because, like, queen third and queen fourth are effectively the same kind of holding most of the time. Wow, that was a very quick ace of spades. I think South has a read on East, which is not good news for the Zagorin team. I mean, for one thing, making 2-0 on the North-South cards feels like a huge win, given that you need to pick off this queen double ten of spades to do so. But then moving forward, East being read like a book there at the end position probably means that most guesses are going to go well for North-South in the future. So 5 boards to play in this room. Still have a lot of compares to go, but it is starting to seem like a pretty big uphill battle for Zagorin. They're going to need some strong results in the other room to cover their teammates in this one. Yeah, you say sunset's 5:17 where you are, which makes sense. You're kind of tilted the wrong direction towards the sun or away from the sun. I don't know if like the sun has set. I mean, it feels like the sun has set. I don't see a ton of light, but it's like not particularly dusk yet. It still just looks bright outside. We get a 1-no openers South 16 count, 2 spades once again, range ask for clubs. 3 clubs this time showing a maximum. Kind of interesting that we're going to treat this hand as a maximum. Maybe after the way that East defended the previous board, South is just feeling a little ambitious. You get false dawns there. False sunsets are also possible. Yeah, what is false sunset? No, this isn't exactly what's going on. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening, but maybe. Could be. So South does get to 3-0. 16 count opposite of 4-3-3-9. Looks like is going to need to guess a little bit well in the heart suit to have any sort of chance of making this. 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, a spade, and a club is kind of all that's available. The black suits do offer a chance for an extra trick. I mean, clubs offers the chance for multiple extra tricks, I suppose you could say. I feel like South has these guys pegged. Now, with that said, it's not as if the hand is necessarily over yet. But if he does decide to use that last dummy entry to take a heart finesse, I think he's gonna make it from here. I mean, East-West can't really do any harm to declare. Even if they switch to spades, they can take at most 2 spade tricks on defense. So going along 2 spades and 2 clubs, it is once again going to be back on the heart finesse. This diamond opening lead did not help the defender's chances. Hard to blame West for leading from his 5-card suit. But again, this is looking like a very, very strong result for Ashe, who... they were the higher seed, right? Ashe is... no, Ashe is the lower seed. Zagorin's the higher seed. Oh my god, and like 3/4 of the matches are already done, by the way. And I don't mean in terms of like... in terms of concessions. I mean, like, the fourth quarter has been completed. Oh, well, okay, hold on, but that's spoilers, right? Because this is actually on 30-minute delay. So that looks like a bit of a less egregious slow play penalty than I originally thought. Because, yeah, the VU graph is 30 minutes behind. Club to the 9. West hoping against hope that there's some way to beat this. I mean, I think that club to the 9 kind of clearly indicates what is going on in the club suit. There's really only one club layout where you can score the 9 on the first round as defender, and it is this one, as far as I know. Okay, maybe there was some chance if West ducked to the club queen there that they could collect an extra club trick. Like, declare might have then crossed to dummy and taken a club finesse. Would be one possibility, but no, doesn't look like that's happening. It is kind of interesting as long as East does not overtake this trick. Declare will be worried if it does go 2 rounds of spades and East puts a heart through. Might have to guess immediately whether to fly king and pitch his heart loser on the spade or take the heart finesse. Either line of play is going to work out, though. And of course, East might just like crash honors here, win the club king, and shift back to something, maybe even a diamond. Okay, well, one piece of hard work completed for the Zagorin team. 3 diamonds, down 1, board 22. How did they get there? It was the exact same auction in both rooms to get to 3 diamonds. So nice result there. But they're coming up on just like a gauntlet of impossible results to duplicate. Starting with 4 spades, which looks like... How certain was I this was supposed to go down? I mean, for starters, it could just go king of diamonds, diamond to the ace, club ruff. That would be a simple method to collect the first 4 tricks on defense against 4 spades. I have to imagine what happened is on the auction, West elected to lead a heart, and that allowed Declara to shed a diamond loser. And now just 2 rounds of top spades, followed by a club up towards the king. Brought the contract home. Could be duplicated, but again, would much rather be on the side of the plus 620 than the minus 620 on that one. I feel like I'm cursed. Like every table that I get to, they just slow to a crawl in terms of play speed. Are we supposed to switch back to the other table now? Now that East has gone into the tank in this position? I mean, how can you think for a minute before overtaking partner's club queen with the king and then think for another 3 minutes? Shouldn't you know what you were going to play to the next trick before you elect to overtake partner's winner? Tell him I'm switching back and then stay here to fool him. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna, we're just gonna hop right out and go to the Zagorin Berthau room. And there we are, Zagorin and Berthau, north-south. Still a lot of work to do in this match, but they have some chances. Okay, queen of spades, that's going to hold. Now we're going to see East think for another 5 minutes. No, now West is deciding whether or not to overtake the queen of spades. Oh my god, wait, West is actually deciding whether or not to overtake. Because if this queen of spades is from queen 10-8, West needs to win the king to unblock the suit. Oh no. South is just like gleefully sitting here, content that he's probably making the contract and he's going to come out with an over trick. This is incredible. So wait, Zagorin is the higher seed, probably had seeding rights. And we have not been watching this table at all. But if this is the way that this East-West pair has just been getting rolled completely during these sets, I have the feeling that they should have requested a seeding change for the 4th quarter. Because from my perspective, they're just getting completely worked on every hand, at least in the play. I mean, I can't imagine that as West we would do anything other than play the spade king here. I don't think there's any chance that we're supposed to play low. How could we possibly beat this if our partner's limited to just the heart queen, right? I mean, South had opened a 15-17 no trump, and this is a lot of passes. Oh no, what happened? These alerts are in the wrong place. No, I got up from the table and I came back and now everything broke. All right, well, South opened a 15-17 no trump and then showed a maximum in the auction. And with all of this ace, king, king remaining, that would bring the total up to 16. So West can be pretty confident we know exactly what South's shape is. All right, I mean, West worked out how to save an imp, but I do not believe that that was a good play. Okay, and now this is just cheating. East continuing a heart. West went into the tank for a long time and then played low. Now East knows that continuing spades is wrong, and East does not continue spades. I mean, like, it's 100%. You just gotta play a spade. I do feel like I'm cursed a little bit. Oh, Jessica, someone told me that you were in the finals. Was it the finals? Could it have been it might have been the finals. It was some impressive thing in the GNTCs. How did you do? This has gone poorly, I will say, for the kibitzing perspective. You won! Yay! Congratulations. That's got to feel pretty good. I don't know if you were expecting to win going in, or if you were just kind of happy to... Jessica's a Rapid Bean Vlog superstar. Excellent, excellent. I did play in the GNTCs once, many years ago. I think it was in high school. And I thought it was like a fun little experience. Although, what I will say, I don't know if this was your experience with the accommodations, but I forget where it was that we were playing. It might have been like Reno. They put us in like a basement that was poorly lit, and everyone was scrunched together. So you could hear all of the tables around us like calling cards the entire time that we were playing. And you also couldn't see what was going on because like it was as if we were in a horror movie. 3-0 making 3. Well done. Oh my god. Board 23 is a push. We do have a match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. So in the other room, now you have screens in the GNTC. Man, Bridge has come a long way in 15 or 20 years since I played in that event. I think it's nice. That must mean that the ACBL is gaining money if they can afford to buy more screens for different events. So similar type auction. They led a club and didn't find the club rough. And West cashed the King Queen of Diamonds and got diamond signals from partner. What? This is unbelievable. How is it possible that 4 spades made in this room? And then, wait a second, I shouldn't have stopped, because Declare had to now, having lost 3 tricks, pick up the trumps. Declare ran the 8 of spades on the first round. This is amazing. What a player. Dan Zagorin, everyone. America's best. you guys are right that the 1-no trump is a little bit wacky, but playing a 10 to 13, I mean, it's a 10 count, it's a bad 6-card club suit, it's balanced. What else are you supposed to do with this hand? So East-West have landed in 3 hearts. Wow. How is this going to do? It looks like they're making 4. A lot of hooks are working for 4 to make. 2 spades and a diamond are the only losers. We can pitch 1 diamond on the club king eventually. Use both diamond entries to East's hand to take heart hooks. And that 10 of hearts is an important card. I mean, In some world, North could have gone like spade, 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 maybe promoting a trump trick, but West can rough in with the 10. Or I guess just pitch a diamond loser. Maybe all of those things are relevant here. Whew. You know, as a player cheering for the American squad, I don't know, is this an American squad? Who are these East-West players? Oh, from Israel. Okay, well, as a player that's cheering for... Wait, there's only one American on the team. Peter Berthau is from Sweden, isn't he? Hold on. Maybe I should revise my statement. As an American cheering for the only American player in the match, I feel great about getting through boards 22 to 24 with pushes. Board 25 might be a bit of a challenge. 2-no trump making 2. But I think we're out of the weeds with still a decent chance of winning this match. Reasonable from North to switch to trumps. I mean, it's not as if South had showed a long club suit on the auction, so North might be worried that East-West could get club roughs in the dummy. I mean, this entire thing is a little bit shaky for declare, but it looks kind of straightforward to just like take all of your finesses. With the trump switch, I think you can be fairly confident that the King of Hearts is in the pocket. Still looks a little bit weird to me that South didn't put up the King. I think there's some world in which North is switching to a low heart from Jack 3rd. All right, declare going after the spade suit. Oh, 3 hearts in the east. West sand is face up. Okay. No. I totally understand now. Now I'm with you. South not putting up the King of Hearts makes total sense. I'm on board. Zagorin's in 3-0 on 25. That might, yeah, that might be a little difficult to manage. All right, now declare is going to be pretty happy with the way this has gone. Can in fact just clear the hearts, and the spades are all running. So this will be an over trick in 3 hearts, in fact. North-South, of course, could have set up diamonds on their own. They could have just been playing the diamond suit, and I think they might have. If they were trying to defend against 4 hearts, they would need to get that diamond trick in before these spades became a problem. So maybe this will be a small pickup for Zagorin. But with that said, yeah, we're now pretty confident that board 25 is going to be an adverse swing. With North playing 3-0 on that hand, that feels like a lot. South having a balanced 15 and North having a 9 count. I guess I'm not that surprised. If South is in the 14 to 16 range, I would expect North to maybe invite if he was feeling a little ambitious, and South with 2 aces and 2 kings, despite only 15, might accept. Okay, why did that trick take so long? Like, that one specific trick. Now we just pull trumps and claim. All right, 170. This is just like a monster set of results for North-South in this room for Team Ashe. I mean, so far Zagorin has done very well down the stretch, pushing 3 diamonds, pushing 4 spades, pushing 3 hearts, down 25. It feels difficult. 26. I mean, this is just a nonsense 3-0 that they got to, and it happens to make. Maybe that'll be a push. I think it's important for that to be a push in the other room if they want to have a chance coming into the last few boards. But 3 to go in this room. 1-0 by West. 14 to 16. Looks like a bit on the low end. 2 clubs by East. Is that really the bid that we're trying to make? Maybe it is. Maybe East is planning to rebid 2-0. No. East rebids 2 hearts as garbage stamen. I think garbage stamen. Yeah, that's what it looks like. West corrects to 2 spades. Interesting decision making to not treat this as an invitational hand. I mean, obviously the King of Diamonds might not be a useful card, but we do have a 5-card heart suit. I don't know what I think about it. West, of course, would not have accepted an invite. But there is the question, if we're not inviting, do we want to play this in no trump or a major suit? I suppose it's difficult to just pass out a no trump when you could easily have a 5-4 heart fit with this type of hand. Then East would be kind of excited about looking for game. So diamond opening lead. Looks like Declare's opting a simple plan. Probably just gonna try and cross-ref as many tricks as possible. Roughing a diamond now makes a ton of sense if that's his plan, and so that's what he goes with. Diamond rough will now cash the King of Hearts, lead a heart. Gotta imagine that South with not good enough trump spots is going to be tempted to pitch a diamond on this heart play off dummy. Which will give Declare his 8th trick. Can just rough with the deuce, go ace of spades, queen of spades, if nothing else. And that will set up 2 spade tricks to go with this first 6 that he's already taken. Oh my. Okay, this I was not aware of. Someone says that 1 no trump was 11 to 14. In that case, I totally understand East's actions on the hand. It kind of feels weird that the same hand qualifies as an 11 to 14 or 14 to 16. I don't know if this hand's a little too strong for the 11 to 14 range with 3 aces and a queen, but I guess no 5-card suit, no reason to upgrade. This is kind of clever. There was a hand earlier today where, who was it? Kaplan? Yeah, Kaplan, Adam Kaplan, made a bit of a mistake by roughing in on partner's winner to put trumps through. But in this case, I think there's a ton of sense. Declare has already cross-ruffed a handful of cards, so preventing further cross-ruffs it seems like a sensible plan. And now, North going to be able to cash a heart and then start playing clubs through Declare. Declare will eventually ruff, but that will be his last trick. Still, that'll be 2 spades been made in this room, which feels like an okay result for East-West on their hands. We do... What? Excuse me? Alright, I don't care about this room anymore. We'll come back to this room. But 3 no trump made on board 25. I said 2 no making 2 was just a monster result. Okay, where is my link to the hand? Hello? Any minute now, a link to this hand is gonna pop up. There it is. Computer is dead. Uh-oh. Stand by. Technical difficulties. One last attempt at this. Maybe the play was so strong it broke the internet. That honestly looks like what's happened here. Oh, whoops. Well, it seems as if we're not going to be able to pull up on the big screen 3 no trump been made. This is a huge result. The Queen of Diamonds took trick 13 on a missed defense. That is, yeah, that's a big deal for the Zagorin team, because that could have been easily 15 imps swung in one direction based on whether or not 3 no was making. 15 might have been a bit much. I guess it's about 12 or so if 3 no were to go down a couple of tricks. Yikes! What is happening in this room? Is this really a 4 spade bid by East? This is insane, right? The normal way we game force when we don't have a fid is to just Q-bid the opponent's suit. Now, I don't know if that would have worked out better here. Maybe 3 no trump has no play. But that's at least the contract we would have ended up in. 4 spades on a 4-3. You know what could be going on? East-West, I'm sure feeling as if they're down about 20 at this point in the set. Their set has been so awful that they could easily just be swinging. So maybe this 4 spade jump from East is thinking, I'm happy if we're in a 4-3, because then we have a different contract than the other room. It could also be what Al is saying as the text commentator, that oftentimes a jump will be based on a 5-card suit, but does seem as if Declare is losing at least 1 trick in each suit, though, from here. Club spot cards are kind of nice. I mean, maybe Maybe we need to be a little bit worried as north-south that we can get our diamond trick in time. Because I suppose the diamond can go away on one of Dummy's clubs eventually. But still, it's going to be pretty difficult to ruff one heart, pull trumps, set up clubs, make sure we have an entry back over there, run the clubs, pitching a heart and a diamond. But it could happen. I mean, North might be terrified of switching to diamonds now, away from that king-jack. Not as scared as I might have thought. But it's also true, he's kind of just backed into a difficult spot in the diamond suit, or in the play itself. Continuing hearts might just do Declare's job for him. Switching to spades doesn't look all that attractive. It just gives up tempo and allows Declare to pull some trumps. There's the added inference, once again, that your partner, if they weren't prepared for you to lead diamonds at this point, they probably should have led the suit themselves rather than playing hearts through. This is one of the more confusing comments I've seen all day, and having done 3 sessions on BBO with some of the chat commentators, I've seen some very confusing comments. The top 16 teams all advance to the round of 32. I'm trying to parse. Oh, okay. He's saying in terms of seeding. The top 16 seeds. Seeds 1 to 16 won. I got it. That makes sense. That does mean Rosenthal pulled out their close match in the 4th quarter, which is going to be important for them for the remainder of the week, because if you get knocked in the round of 64, I mean, obviously those teams will continue to play and enter in some side events, but it is not as fun at the Nationals if you're not playing in one of the big events. Well, now that Declare, knows that the club queen is off, I think he'll just elect to cash out for down 1, pull the last trump with the spade queen, duck a club. Maybe not, though. Maybe there's some chance that 10 of clubs opening lead was from like Queen 10 Doubleton. I'm not familiar with this north-south pair. They're from the Netherlands. But some places in Europe do lead a bunch of second best from certain holdings. Still, I think it's a bit ambitious at this point in the hand to go like Queen of Spades pulling trumps, Ace of Diamonds, Diamond Ruff, and then take a club hook. You're going to end up down 2 way too often, and you will on this hand. I don't know, he's thinking about it. How is the other table doing? They pushed 3-0 making. Wow. So that's a big deal as well. Let's see if I can bring this one up. Probably not. I think the links are just broken, or maybe my computer is stressed for resources. Yeah, this is just not happening. So what ended up happening? We got a heart lead. Okay, a heart lead. But isn't a heart lead good for the defense? Because they didn't blow a diamond trick at trick 1. And so a heart ran around to declare's jack. A spade was led. A heart came back. And then ace of spades and a spade. Clever unblock by West to put East in to clear the heart suit. But I guess now declare was able to just continue playing clubs through West. Or not. Cute little end position that was reached. I'm not sure if this was the absolute best plan for declare, but now with North on lead in this end position, a club over, West wins 2 clubs and is forced to lead away from the diamond queen. Well done. So the 7 lead persists. I'm very curious about board 29 in the other room. If they reach 3-0, how many tricks do they have? They can collect 4 clubs, 3 spades, a heart, and a diamond if they can manage to get all of them. But that does require losing the lead twice in the black suits. I think North is going to have plenty of time to set up hearts. Or diamonds. So last board in this room, we will head over to the other as we await the conclusion of this pretty exciting first round match. 2 passes to a spade in the West. North comes in with a takeout double. Maybe a little bit off shape. 2 hearts by East, just showing a good 3-card spade raise. West, not that excited. Bids 2 spades. And so the auction peters out here. Club opening lead, I mean, what else? You don't really want to lead away from King Jack 3rd or Ace Jack 4th. No one's ever led from Ace Jack 4th in their life, and you're certainly not going to lead a singleton trump on this hand, so gotta just select the club. Club to the 9 and declares ace. Declare going after a diamond rough in the dummy. Seems quite reasonable. And how many losers are we going to have eventually? 2 diamonds, 1 heart. Probably just going to play the takeout doubler for the King of Hearts would be my expectation, although there is some potential to like run both the Queen of Hearts and 10 of Hearts and lose 2 tricks in the suit. But if we lose 2 diamonds, 1 heart, and say 1 spade, we'll end up making 140. There's a real chance we actually do better than that, given that we could technically pick up South's spade holding if we were to stick in the 8 here. But playing the ace, I think, makes a little bit more sense. If North shows out, we can ruff a diamond and lead a spade up. If North follows, it would feel a little bit scary for South to lead a spade away from the queen. So maybe we wouldn't credit South with such a play all that often. Regardless, only going to be a couple of over tricks one way or another. Am I right that the 8 of spades is the only card for... Oh, no, we can play low apparently as well. Wait, wasn't my claim that we could make 10 tricks if we stuck in the 8? So why is sticking in the 8 of spades not good enough for 10 tricks? I thought the plan was to go 8 of spades, diamond rough. Oh, we're kind of in the wrong hand to do everything. I see. If we could go 8 of spades, diamond rough, and then lead a low heart towards the queen, we would have it. Is that true? That's not even true. Never mind. I'm just talking crazy. So then what are we thinking about? Just play the ace. What are you doing? Jack of spades. Fucking clown. It didn't even gain a trick. What was he thinking? $120. Wait, what's 120? Oh no. Where are 3 imps coming from? Board 27 for Zagorin. 120. Oh, it's like 170 versus 50 somehow. Yeah, I guess North-South have a big club fit. All right. Clever attempt by Declare. He does get to score his 8 of spades and ace of spades as South hopelessly follows with the Diamond King. So this will be 140. As expected, let's jump over to the other room, which is here. Yes? Here. Once again, no video commentators for this. What is BBO doing? Three clubs in the South on this one. You say minus 50, 3 imps to Zagorin. Oh, they are expanding their lead. See, this is what all the good teams do, right? You don't have to worry about the first 50 boards of play if you're just going to duplicate all of your opponent's impossible results at the other table and then, like, end up scoring up 3 no trump on a hand that you have no business doing, making 2 extra tricks in a contract than your counterparts at the other table. Last 10 boards is all that matters. It's just like the last 5 minutes of any sports game. You could effectively just like reset the score as 0-0 with 5 minutes to play in every sports match, and I don't think anyone would be upset other than the players. So 3 to play. Just start with a penalty shootout. Hey, I'm all for that. That sounds great. In fact, why not instead of do that, we just like flip a coin to determine the winner of every match? Or better yet, rather than flip a physical coin, we could just simulate someone flipping a coin on a computer. This would take all of the human element out of the game. We could automate the entire process, and everyone would still be excited. You could still bet on the winner. We would still have a winner declared, and I think people overall would just be happier. So 1 diamond opener by West. East bidding heart, West rebids a no trump, and East rebids 2 hearts. I've never been a huge fan of these kind of rebids on 5-card suits. I think if I've ever done it, it's mostly been based on really good 5-card suit, singleton, like a small singleton outside, especially not a singleton in partner suit, and ultimately a fairly weak hand in terms of high cards. So something like king, queen, 10, 9, 5th, and nothing else with a singleton in in the other minor that partner didn't open, that would be a little bit more attractive, because then one no trump probably doesn't have as much play with us having fewer high cards. Our suit is also going to be worthwhile and always going to be worthwhile in trumps. And here I'm a little bit less happy doing that with king, 5th of hearts, but maybe it's worked out okay. How did East-West do in this contract? Looks like after the spade lead, well, and the duck, North can win, cash 3 clubs, and eventually score 2 more hearts. So that would be down 1. Whereas weight, very important for my ego. How does 1 no do? East-West. We have 2 diamonds, we have 3 spades and 2 hearts. That sounds like 7 tricks. Maybe I do know what I'm talking about after all. Only 1 more heart, 2 hearts makes. Only 1 more heart, 2 hearts makes. What was... Okay, I understand Zagorin playing the spade 10. He was hoping his partner had the jack, but God, he could have just beaten it off the top. Don't we get 1 spade, 3 clubs? We have 3 natural club tricks. We're not forcing North to ruff the 3rd round. After the heart ruff. Aren't we in hearts? We're in 2 hearts. Am I losing it? I felt like we had 4 black tricks at tricks 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 2 natural hearts with queen, jack, 4th? No? No? Maybe not? Okay. I believe you, chat. I said heart ruff. God, man, you know I'm suit dyslexic, okay? It's not my fault. I think I've proven time and time again that I cannot, for the life of me, say the right suit. This has happened like multiple times when I've been on BBO, and my co-caster has been like, what do you mean the ace of spades? The ace of spades is with the defense. So this is made, which is an important result for East-West. That'll keep them in it. Still just 10 imps to go, but 2 boards to play. And what were the results at our table? 4 spades going down 1. It's hard to imagine picking up 10 in these last 2 boards with those results. But very important push. Board 29 could be a pickup. Does 3 no make? I mean, so short answer, no. Long answer, there are 9 tricks available if we just allow declare to be on lead at every opportunity instead of the defense. Like if when North won the king of spades, we could just like instantly lead again from the west hand, and then when South won the queen of clubs, we could just once again just instantly be on lead from the west hand. We could definitely make 3 no then. All right, here we go. 1 heart double. South passes. So duplicated auction at both tables so far. We'll see if West makes the same jump to 2 spades that they did in the other room. There it is. There's the 2 spade jump. And we'll see if East makes the same nonsense 4 spade bid. They do. All right. Obviously I just don't know how to play bridge. There's just no way to avoid playing a 4-3 spade bid on these hands. What? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the contract offers some chances. I still have the feeling I would rather play in 3-no than 4 spades. I mean, at least 3-no would have the potential for 5 clubs, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and 2 spades off the top. While this contract appears to have no such luxuries. I mean, this is probably going to be the match right here. I don't know if board 30 offers a lot of opportunity for a swing that is larger than 2 imps. So if 4 spades makes, that's going to be 12 imps going the way of Ashe. They'll have a 2 imp lead. And if 4 spades goes down, I guess stick around, but pretty difficult to imagine swinging 10 imps on the very last board with such a tame result in the other room. So different opening lead in this room. Other table, they led their singleton club, looking for club ruffs in the north hand, which I think makes a ton of sense. Zagorin electing to lead a diamond. Kind of scary away from the king-jack. I mean, imagine if West had the queen doubleton there. That would have probably blown the contract immediately. But Declare, of course, going after heart ruffs. Maybe still thinking that there's a legitimate chance on this one if the club queen is onside. I think this diamond opening lead is actually going to work out fairly well for the defense, because now North, I think, can confidently just underlead a diamond to his partner's queen and continue the suit. Yeah, get the suit returned. Maybe the simplest plan, actually, for North to beat this a trick is to switch to a stiff club. We know partner's diamond queen is an entry unless Declare started with a singleton. And so when we get in with the spade king, we'll be able to play a diamond to partner's queen, get a club ruff, and so that's exactly what he does. Ooh, this means the result's going to be a little bit worse even than 4 spades down 1. Now North can get multiple ruffs. Assuming South works out what's going on. Okay. South cashes the diamond queen, and North does not overtake, leaves partner on lead, makes sure that a club comes back for the ruff. So the king of spades will represent a second under trick for the defense here. That's probably going to be the end of it. Although maybe Declare and a mad dash to get out for down 1 will somehow end up going down extras. Ruffing heart seems like a good way to start that. I don't understand running the queen of spades here. South is turned up with both minor suit queens and did not respond to partner's opening bid. It's not like South has to have 3-card heart support, but you also have this inference that North opened 1 heart. So I think North was marked with the spade king there. Okay, we have managed to go down 4 in this contract. Is that what I'm counting? Because now a heart gets ruffed by South. All right, listen. For as much as I hated the Zagorin squad sending their east-west pair in the other room to get slaughtered against what clearly was a pair who had their number. It seems like if you're going to defeat four spades 4 tricks on this hand, you're probably making up for it in this room. So maybe north-south actually had things under control the whole time. Yikes. Last board of the set, we did see at the other table a pretty calm part score. Difficult to imagine picking up 17 on this one. So we will close out the match, but congrats to Zagorin for, wait for it, wait for it, 4 spades redoubled making 6. How many imps is that? That would be, okay, hold on. 2 spades redoubled making 6. No, 3 diamonds undoubled. How many tricks does 3 diamonds need to go down for Ashe to make the comeback? What is 17? 17 is like... $1,900? No, 25 I don't think is even close to being in the ballpark. I think we need like 40. We need this to go down 40 tricks. That's going to require a large number of revokes to even have a chance. So, yes, congrats to Zagorin. Let me pull up the bracket. Oh, yeah. So, like, penalties could actually make up for the difference. So, Zagorin does move on. Tomorrow is the round of 32, so we're looking for team sums that add to 33. Is that correct? So the 22 seed plays up against the 11 seed, which would be Kolesnik. Oh, so this is the four-handed Finn Kolesnik, Roger Lee, Brian Platnick, and Kevin Rosenberg squad. I see. That will be an exciting match. I expect Kolesnik to run away with it. Although, again, four-handed is always difficult. Peter Frieden squeaked through. They did. They were the 20 seed and they won by 3, ultimately. You say Rosenthal had a big last set. Oh my god, they really did. They came in down by 1, and then their strong four-handed team took over in the final segment. What did they win that set by? 69-13. Nice result. Nickel and Zimmerman cleaning up. I mean, Zimmerman has one of the... I just don't understand the Zimmerman team. How are they not banned from competing for just being too good all the time? Like, winning a match by over 100 is just not fair. It's not fair to everyone else. Isn't there a slaughter rule? Fleischer, same thing. Fleischer won by 170. All right, so here are the final results.